Hey, it's Misty here with the Biz Solutions Sisters, and I am here today to talk to you about Genius Messenger CRM and walk you through the basic setup. So, first of all, let me start with what Genius Messenger CRM is and what it can do for you. So, what it does, it basically turns your Facebook Messenger inbox into a complete and color coded CRM system. How awesome, right? So, why would you want or need, in my opinion, something like this to start with? If you are prospecting or doing direct outreach on Facebook, you are making a lot of connections, and you probably all know the struggle of how to even keep track of who you need to follow up with, etc. And in general, it's only 3% of the market who is immediately in the buying pocket, as they call it, which means they are immediately ready to purchase from you on a first interaction. But 3%, that's a really low number. That leaves you with 97% of people. And if you don't have a proper follow up system in place, you're leaving a shit ton of money on the table. Am I right? So, yeah, frequently following up with people is crucial to get the best possible conversion out of your leads and make the best out of your new connections on Facebook. With Messenger, this was very difficult, but Genius Messenger completely changes the game. As you can see, it allows you to create color coded labels for your contacts, and it does a lot more. You can add tags to your contact. You can save notes to each and every contact so that you can immediately see everything that is important for you to remember, and you have everything in one place. So it can be something you need to remember about that person, something you need to remember about the conversation you had, the call you may have had, etc. It also allows you to set notifications and reminders for yourself on when to follow up with people and how to follow up with them. You can even integrate it with your calendar and much more. Besides that, you can also save canned responses. So often there's probably certain messages that you send to people over and over again. So you no longer have to copy and paste them. You no longer have to copy your links from elsewhere and paste them into your messenger. You can have them saved and you can send them with one click of a button, basically. Then also a new feature that's really, really excited is you can now automatically send automated messages to multiple people at once. And again, pretty much in one click. So you can send a message on autopilot to people you've given a certain label or a certain tag, for example. And the labels in general just give you an immediate overview of where your contacts are in your sales pipeline. So let me start with how to set up and how to create your labels and your tags in Genius Messenger CRM. So normally once you have everything set up, you don't really need to go anywhere else anymore. You don't need to open the extension, go into the settings. It will pretty much be an overlay on top of your Messenger inbox. But to create your labels and your tags, we're going into the settings. So we are going to go over to the top right corner of my screen where I find my extension bar and look for the Genius Messenger CRM icon, which we are then going to open, and it will immediately open on my labels. As you can see, I have quite a few labels created myself already, but they won't be created by default. So you can be totally flexible and as creative as you like with creating your labels. Anything that's important for you to see, to search people on, etc. And creating them couldn't really be any easier. All you have to do is type your label name right up here in the top. I'm going to create one that's named test and click add. That's it. Your label is already created. If you have multiple labels, it will be all the way at the bottom, and you can even give it any color you like. To make them stand out even more, I am going to go with this blue color for now. You can also change the name of the labels. You can delete them if you no longer use them. Yeah, so that's it for creating your labels. Now, how to label your contacts. You don't need to be in the settings any longer. We're just going to go back into our inbox. And well, I'm already in my inbox, as you can see, on a conversation with Tay, as you all know, my lovely business, which has a label called business. But if I want to change this, I'll just click the drop down menu and I can give her my newly created. Let me just refresh my page so it picks up the latest changes I made and the latest label I have added. I will then be able to give her my newly created label named Test with this lovely blue color. All right, so we all know how we can search people by name in Messenger, right? But if you have thousands of Facebook friends, if you're connecting with tens or maybe even hundreds of people a day, how would you remember who you need to follow up with by name, or even remember all of the names? We are now also able to search people based on label. That's why I created for myself a follow-up label. And you can even be more specific by creating follow-up labels per month or per week, if that's something that's going to be more helpful to you. And you can just type your label you want to search for. Demonstration purposes, I'm searching my follow-up label, and it will then start to bring up all my contacts who I have labeled with my follow-up label. How genius, right? So the difference between labels and tags, that's also something I get asked quite often. Labels are the first thing you see when you go into your Messenger inbox. It appears right under someone's name. So for the labels, you should use the one thing that is most important for you to immediately see or to be able to search people on the quickest way possible. But since you're able to only give people one label, sometimes there's more information that is important to see immediately. It could be that you send someone a lead magnet, that they have joined your challenge. It could be that you've had a call with them. It could be anything, basically. So that's why we have the option to also create tags. And how to create your tags is pretty similar as creating your labels. We're going to go back into the settings, but instead of staying on the label tab, we are going into tags right here. And you do basically just exactly the same thing. I'm going to create a test tag. There it is. And I can give it a nice color. Let's go with purple for now. There it is. So now I can give my contacts a tag test if I wanted to. So let's get back in here. How to add tags. Well, I have a conversation here open with Taylor, and you might have seen it already. Here's the option to add a tag. So I can click there and select the tag from the drop-down menu. My latest created tag is not here yet, so what I am going to do in that case is again quickly refresh my page so it picks up the data and everything that I have updated or changed. And as you will see, if I click it again, it now also shows my test tag. So I can give her a tag. There we go. And as you see, it immediately appears right here. So what if you want to search people based on tags? Yes, we can also search people based on tags. And instead of typing it right here, we're going to go into more filters, choose unlabeled / tags, choose the tags option, and here you can select whatever tag you want to search people on from the drop down menu. So all the tags you have created will appear right here. I want to search, for example, for challenge rock stars. And as you can see, the contacts up here are already changing. It's now bringing up everyone I have given the tag challenge rock stars. Okay, That's how we search for our tags. As I mentioned already, there is so much more we can do with Genius Messenger CRM. Save notes to profiles, set notifications and reminders to follow up, save canned responses to save a lot of time sending out messages, and with the newest feature, even send automated messages to multiple people at the same time. But we want to keep this short and digestible for you. So all of that in the next one, and hopefully see you there.